In example 2, we are going to use the product rule with negative exponents. If you look at letter A, we have a bunch of stuff that we're multiplying together. So the first thing we want to do is we want to combine any numbers that we can. So we have a 2 times an 8 times a 6. So 2 times 8 is 16, and 16 times 6 will give us 96. So we have 96. Then let's take a look at our common bases. We have a base of x here, so x to the negative 5 and x to the 7th. Since we're multiplying these two with the same base, that's when we add our exponents together. So negative 5 plus 7 will give us 2. So this becomes x to the 2nd. Then if we take a look at, we have a base of u. We have u to the negative 2. And u, remember, without something there, that's still being raised to the first power. So we have a u to the negative 2 and a u to the first. Again, we're multiplying these two bases, so we're going to add their exponents. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So we have u to the negative 1. If we take a look at our w's, we have a w to the 8th times a w to the negative 7th. Since we're multiplying these two, we're going to add the exponents here. 8 plus negative 7 is going to give us 1. So we can just write w. We don't need that 1 up there because it's understood that it's there. Then our next task is to make sure that we don't have any negative exponents. And we do. We have a negative exponent here, which means this u term is the only one that we need to move. Right now it's in our numerator. It needs to go to the denominator. So it's going to go, 96 will stay on the top. It's got a positive 1 as its exponent. X to the 2nd will stay on the top because the exponent of 2 is positive. Then our u to the 1st is going to move to the bottom so that 1 can become positive. But remember, we don't need that 1 there, so we can always just get rid of it or not write it. And then we have our w, which is going to stay on the top. So if we simplify this, again, we can take out this 1 right here, and we get 96 x to the 2nd times w over u as our final answer. Let's do one more in letter B. If we take a look at letter B, we want to again combine our numbers first, and we're multiplying. So 2 times 9 is 18, and 18 times 3 will give us 54. So we have 54. Then let's look for our common bases. We have w to the 9th, and a w without an exponent, which tells us that we have an exponent of 1 on that w. So w to the 9th and a w to the 1st will give us w to the 10th. Then if we look, we also have x's. So x to the negative 4 and x to the positive 8. Adding these exponents, we get an x to the 4th. And then we also have a base of y. We have y to the 6th and a y to the negative 7th that we're multiplying together. Multiplying those together means we're going to add up those bases. The exponents. 6 plus negative 7 is negative 1. So we have y to the negative 1. After we've combined them all, so they're all different bases, then we're going and looking at our exponents. The y has a negative exponent, so that's what's going to have to move, which means our 54 stays on the top. W to the 10th, since it's a positive 10, it stays where it's at. X has a positive 4, so that's going to stay where it's at. And then our y moves to the bottom. Next, I would like you to do the try this, so in 1 and 2. So go ahead and pause it now and unpause it when you're ready to check your answers. If you did number 1 correctly, you should have ended up with 48 over y times v to the 14th. And if you did number 2 correctly, you should have had 80 over a to the 6th times b to the 6th. If you have questions on either one of those, please let me know.